3 ways to increase revenue in your business. 3 ways to increase revenue in your business. Number 1, add more clients, add more members, add more customers, i.e. sell more. Number 2, have your current customers, your current clients or members, spend more with you. And number 3, have your current customers, clients or members buy more often. There is no other way to increase revenue in your business. No other way than these 3 ways. Let me go through them again quickly. Number 1, you add more clients, members or customers. Number 2, you have your current customers, clients or members spend more with you. I was going to say something else then. Number 3 is that you have your current customers, clients or members buy more often from you. And here is my question to you. This week, I want you to put in the comments below how much time you spent working on these 3 this week. How many hours did you spend combined working on people buying more from you, people buying more often from you, or having more people buy from you? That is the question of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Troy. Good morning, Pete Crawford. Go the D's and Eugene. So, whether you're watching live or on replay, I want you to join the fun this morning. There's a lot of fun in this show, but there's a lot of thinking going on as well. And I want you to join the fun. I want you to contribute in the comments below. Good morning, Cindy, up there in wild Darwin. I want you to put a number in the comments. Hillary over there in New Zealand, great to have you on board this morning too. I want you to put, whether you're watching live or on replay, I want you to put in the comments today, how many combined hours did you spend in the business this week doing something that focused on adding more customers, having your current customers spend more, or having your current customers spend more often? How many hours did you spend on that this week? Good morning, Chris Stevenson. How are you? Great to have you on board. My question is, if you are a business owner, if you're a business manager or a department leader, if you're not spending at least 50% of your week working on these 3 areas of business, how do you expect your revenue to grow? How do you expect to have more money coming into the business if you're not working on these 3 things? Kelly, good morning. Welcome everybody to JTInTheRaw, where I just chew the thin on business, and after 26 years of being in business, I've got just a few thins to chew with you. In all seriousness, as you know, JTInTheRaw is about sharing my thoughts, my actions, my ideas to help you, your business, your team, whatever else you want, just to, I don't know, do things better. How does that sound? It's raw, it's authentic, it's unedited, and I'd love you to share at any stage during the show to anybody you know who you think could get value by just tagging them in the comments below. I'll be very grateful for that as we go. And today, I want you to think and do different around what you do every week at work. I want you to think and do different around what you do every week at work. Good morning, Pete Harrison. How are you? What's going on? Jace Lawrence, good to have you back. Hey, Jace, congratulations on that weight loss, mate. I saw that post last week on your Facebook page. Congratulations, that is awesome. I bet you are feeling better. I bet you almost wouldn't mind playing in the final series this weekend. By the way, don't forget, if you got to go, just hit that little button up there over my shoulder and you can save and watch this show later, because this is a really important show. By the way, also, grab a pen and paper because geniuses take notes. Got a couple of shout-outs, some shout-outs straight off the bat this morning. Big shout out to all the Active Management members. In 2 hours, I'm doing a live Q&A for you on our private Facebook page. So make sure you are there. If you've got questions, shoot them through to me. It is your opportunity to tap into my knowledge bank, my experience, and fire questions to me. So 10 o'clock, Q&A, Active Management members. If you are not an Active Management member, put member in the comments below. I'll send you the details. You can get started before 10 o'clock and then you can jump on to the live Q&A a little bit later. Also got a couple of shout outs to some new clients that got started with me this week. Congratulations, Rod and Sophie, for coming on board as clients. Great to have you on. And also great to have Simon coming back into the fold after 6 weeks of transitioning his software package. And oh my goodness, what about that? Hey, there's Paul Bedford. Good morning, Paul Bedford, or evening, Paul Bedford. Where are you in the world, are you? JP, good morning. And JP, happy birthday for this week. Hope you had an awesome week. And talking of weeks, here is the question that I've got for you today. I want you to put, no one's done it yet. So does that mean everybody's zero? But here is the question. I want you to put the answer in the comments below. How many combined hours did you spend in the business this week doing adding more clients to the business? Having your current customers spend more, or have your current customers buy more often? How much time did you put into your business focusing on those 3 items in the comments below? That is the question. You see, this week I was riding, just doing a little bit of exercise on my treadly, had my headphones in. I was listening to show 188 on the Fitness Business Podcast. Chantel interviews Rachel Cosgrove. Rachel's a fairly well-known individual in the United States. And in fact, if you haven't listened to the show, it's really worth listening to. She talks a little bit around referrals in the business, how to generate more leads. So if you missed the show, put 188 in the comments below, 188 in the comments below, and I'll flick you the link. So I just saw Paul has given 3 hours to growing his business. Pete's given 5 hours to growing his business. Thank you two for contributing. Everybody else, remember, that's the question of the day. Anyway, while I was listening to Rachel, what she talks about there is she talks about allocating time in our business to work on adding, or building the strategy to adding members, to having them spend more money, and having them spend more often. And that got me thinking, what had I done? So I was listening to this yesterday morning. What had I done this week in order to do one of those 3 things? And when I was honest with myself, when I was truly honest with myself, I realized I'd done 0. I'd done nothing this week in order to work on the strategy of adding more customers, working on the strategy of having them spend more with me, or work on the strategy of having them spend more often. And some of you are putting some numbers in. Brett, 6. Ryan, 5. Thank you. This was awesome. But really, because I hadn't done anything, and again, I was being truly honest with myself while I was cycling away up a very steep hill, I'd really done nothing to grow the revenue for my business this week. I'd done nothing. In all honesty, that's what I'd done. And I wonder how honest we are with ourselves sometimes around this strategy thing. Because, I appreciate every week cannot be filled with strategy. It cannot be filled with planning and cannot be filled with development. But if we really want to change the income, really want to change anything in our business for that matter, then we need to work on it. We need to allocate time to that. We need to allocate time in our diary, and we have to schedule it, stick to it, and work on it. So what about you? Now being more honest, how many hours did you spend? I've got a few new people coming online. How many hours this week did you spend, combined hours, in your business focusing on the strategy of adding more clients, i.e. selling more, having your current customers buy more often, or having your current clients spend more with you? So I guess now the question came to me while I was cycling up this hill, which was why? Why didn't you spend more time this week on these things? Why didn't you do this, JT? Because this was going to add revenue to the business. This is going to make business better for you. Why didn't you? And I also wonder the same why for many of you watching today. And I think the answer is simple. It's probably a lot simpler than we think. We don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. I would suggest many of us hit roadblocks around how do we? In fact, I would suggest you hit, I hit, we all hit roadblocks around how do we add more clients to our business? How do we have them spend more? And how do we have them spend more often? And that is indeed the reason, the exact reason why we need to allocate time in our weekly schedule. Or we need to learn and we need to develop skills in these three areas, or find someone that can help us in these three areas in order to grow this component of our business, in order to focus on it. You see, we get caught up in the operations of the business. So the first one of these is adding more people to the business. That's not you physically sitting down and doing price presentations. No, that's operations. It's developing the strategy to have more people come into your business, sell more, market more. What does that look like? That to me is the strategy thing. Oh, I love it. Paul Bedford's just telling me I took on my first member of staff this week to allow me time to do the three topics. That's perfect, because if you can't allocate the time for yourself because you're too busy doing operations, then you need to bring somebody in or you need to outsource it. Great answer, Paul. Thank you for your contribution. Okay, so this week I had 2 coaching calls with clients where we specifically spoke about how to have their customers spend more. That was the thrust of the conversation. We spent a good hour discussing about their business, how they could get their customers to spend more. Very specific. They left with homework and they left with a deadline to come back to me with their answers. Now, the deadline is the operations side of things. But these businesses spent just 45 minutes to an hour on the how. Then they went off to work out the what. In fact, I had them on the call commit. To how many hours that week they were going to spend on developing the what. Because they can be procrastinators. We all can be procrastinators. But I had them commit to how much time are they going to spend between now and the next time we chat on working on this. So here's the answer, my friends. If you want to increase revenue, i.e. you need to add more customers, members or clients, have your current customers, members or clients spend more, or have your current customers, clients or members buy more often, if you are going to do that, you need to work on the strategy. And before you can schedule a time to work on that, you need to sort out how you're going to run the operations. Because I want you to make more money. I want you to be more successful in whatever way that looks. Whatever that looks like for you, that's what I want you to do. But you've got to think and do different around your weekly schedule. Start having the discipline to work on the business. Focus on these areas every day for just 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and I guarantee you'll make more money. Stop thinking about the what, stop thinking about the operations, and start thinking about the how, the strategy. How do I get more members? How do I have them spend more? How do I get them to spend more often? But you're gonna need some help, because this is hard work. This is not easy. It's hard to stick to your routine initially. It's just like a new exercise or starting a new habit. You have to commit to this with all your heart. You have to focus on this. You have to have laser focus and a commitment to working on the revenue of the business and not getting waylaid on the operations of the business. So I want to challenge you today. I want to put this challenge to you. And the challenge is this. Are you in? Are you in for changing your behaviors? Are you in for focusing on strategy? Are you in to have the discipline to spend 45 minutes every day working on growing the revenue of your business? I'm in. Are you in? So, in the comments below, whether you're watching live or on replay, join the fun, but join the commitment, and put in the comments, I'm in. Because I'm in means this. I'm in means this. You are committed to working at least 45 minutes every day, work day, not weekends, every day for 6 weeks on one of these 3 areas. Every day you are going to work on adding more clients, the strategy of adding more clients, the strategy of working on having them spend more, or the strategy of having them spend more often. Great. Paul Bedford's in, Cindy Kimpton's in, Pete Harrison's in. Thank you. I'm in the comments below. If you are prepared to commit to 45 minutes every day to work on the strategy, not the how, but, sorry, not the what, but the how. Not the what, but the how are we going to do this? Steve Hobart, thank you. Let me tell you, ladies and gents, if you commit to this, I will guarantee you will make more money. I will guarantee there'll be more revenue in your business if you commit to just 45 minutes every single day for 6 weeks. You might want to do an hour. That's up to you. But I want a minimum of 45. Brett's in as well. Great to have you in. Remember, cumulative. That is under 4 hours of focused time for just 6 weeks. That's 3 hours and 45 minutes a week for 6 weeks to drive revenue in your business. Surely you can find that. Surely you can do that to drive revenue and build the how do we get more customers, to work out how do we get them to spend more, and to work out how do we get them to spend more often. Are you in? If you're in, put I'm in the comments below, and we'll keep an eye on you. I'll keep an eye on you. Make sure you're going okay in that. So what did you think? A little bit different show. I confessed this week that active management was running on the treadmill. My little legs were going fast. We never actually went forward. We never grew our revenue because I was too busy doing operations. I was too busy procrastinating. But tell you what, I learned a lot about the world when I was on Facebook or I was on LinkedIn. I was sort of inundated with social media and never actually got in and ripped in to doing this. So I'm in as well. I'm in with you. I'm going to be spending 45 minutes every day for 6 weeks to complete this challenge of working on building my revenue. That's it. Tell me, are you in? Put it in the comments below. I'm in if you're in. For those that are overseas, that is what we call a kookaburra. Beautiful kookaburra. Okay, ladies and gents, quote of the week. Oh, by the way, if you know anybody at all that you think can add revenue to their business, please share the show. Just tag them in the comments below. Please share the show by tagging them in the comments, and then they can watch the show, they can hear the 3 secrets, and they can join our 6-week challenge of I'm in and have some fun with us. quote of the week is this: the easy option is operations. The hard option is strategy. And strategy brings long-term revenue. Let me say that one again. The easy option is operations. The hard option is strategy. Strategy brings the long-term revenue. Good morning, Cam Munro. Good to have you on board very early over there in Western Australia. Great to have you. Hope you're doing well. That final quote for everybody again, one more time so it sinks in. The easy option is operations. The hard option is strategy. And strategy brings long-term revenue. Strategy brings long-term revenue into your business. Morning, Nath. How are you, mate? Good to see you this morning. Hope you trained your clients hard and fast early this morning. Ladies and gents, you've been tuned to JT in the Raw. As always, I love all your contribution during the show. I love it when you share the show. So I really appreciate anybody that does share the show and really appreciate everybody who adds to the comments. We'll be back same time next week. But remember, the challenge that I've set you is, are you prepared to spend 45 minutes every day for 6 weeks working on either adding people to the business, having those people spend more, or having those people spend more often? One of those three you're going to be working on 45 minutes every day for 6 weeks. If you're in for that challenge, put I'm in the comments. All right, I'm going to catch you guys same time next week. Catch you on the flip side.